Hello students, till now we have studied equity shares, types of equity shares and features of equity shares. After that we have studied preference shares and features of preference shares. And now we are moving towards the third point, that is types of preference shares. Now preference shares are preferably categorized into four types on the basis of accumulation, that is cumulative and non-cumulative, on the basis of rights, participating and non-participating, on the basis of convertibility at the end of maturity, that is convertible and non-convertible, and fourth one is on the basis of getting redeemed, that is redeemable and irredeemable preference shares. Thus we can say that there are 8 types of preference shares. First is cumulative and non-cumulative. Second, participating and non-participating preference shares. Third one is convertible and non-convertible preference shares. And fourth one is redeemable and irredeemable preference shares. Students, we will see one by one. First is cumulative preference shares. Now you can see the spelling of cumulative. That is preferably based on accumulation of amount of dividend. Cumulative preference shares. Cumulative preference shares are those shares on which dividend goes on accumulating until it is fully paid. This means if the dividend is not paid in one or more years due to inadequate profits, then this unpaid dividend gets accumulated. This accumulated dividend is paid when company performs well. The arrears of dividend are paid before making payment to equity shareholders. The preference shares are always cumulative unless otherwise stated in the articles of association. It means that if dividend is not paid in any year, the unpaid amount is not carried forward to the next year and so on until all arrears have been paid. Cumulative preference shares are the shares. Normally, we know all the shares are getting annual dividend, though they are equity or though they are preference shares. We have seen the difference between equity shares and preference share is that equity shares are getting fluctuating rate of dividend and preference shares are getting fixed rate of dividend. Preference shareholders are having priority in getting dividend before equity shareholders. That means to get annual dividend is the prime right of preference shares. Therefore, every year out of profit, company declares dividend to preference shareholders first. Now what happens? Company gives fixed rate of dividend, but in certain cases, if company is having some financial crisis, if company is suffering from losses and losses year after year, that time company can hold the payment of preference shareholders, that is preference dividend, hold the payment of preference dividend. And suppose now 2020 is going on, from 2018 company is continuously facing losses, then company from 2018, 2019 and 2020 December is not yet come. So we'll see that 2018 and 2019 is of 2 years. So company will keep pending dividend of 2 years as it is and promises shareholders that they will pay the dividend in the next year. If they earn sufficient profit, they will try to earn sufficient profit, they will try to overcome their financial crisis, and if not so, then that dividend will get accumulated year after year. That is, dividend of 2018 will be paid along with the dividend of 2019. And if in 2019 also company is not able to pay the dividend, then 2018 plus 2019 plus 2020 dividend for the 3 years will be paid together to the preference shareholders. Now this is known as accumulation of dividend, which is occurring again and again. While issuing preference shares, company gives these criteria to preference shares, whether they are preferring cumulative preference shares or another type, that is non-cumulative preference shares. Means some shareholders will not agree that we will take dividend in the next year. We want dividend in the same year only, though whatever the condition will be. So the preference shareholders which are agreed for accumulation, they are taking cumulative preference shares. Second type is non-cumulative preference shares. Dividend on these shares does not get accumulated. That means the dividend on shares can be paid only out of profits of that year. Means profit of the current year. That is, dividend of 2018 will be paid in the 2018 only and out of profit of the 2018 only. 19 profit of the 19 and 20 will be, means current year dividend will be paid from the current year profit only. The right to claim dividend will lapse if company does not make profit in that particular year. If dividend is not paid in any year, it is lost forever. Students, this is another case. Here company also gives criteria that they will pay the fixed rate of dividend, but they are giving condition to the preference holders that if we are unable to pay dividend in the 2018, we may not pay in 2019. Accumulation is not done. So in case of cumulative preference share, what happens? If the dividend remain unpaid, then dividend of 2018 plus 2019 plus 2020 will be paid in the current coming year. But in case of non-cumulative preference share, if it is not paid in 2018, then that won't be accumulated in 2019. मतलब 2018 का डिविडेंड अगर कंपनी ने नहीं दिया तो in 2019 at the end of the financial year company will pay the dividend for only 1 year, that is 2019. 2018 का डिविडेंड लैप्स हो जाता है. See, these conditions are already agreed upon by preference shareholders at the time of issue only. Thus, we have seen the two types, cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative preference shares. This cumulation is in regards to the payment of dividend. Now, second category and the third part, participating preference shares and non-participating preference shares. The holders of these shares are entitled to participate in surplus profit besides preferential dividend. The surplus profit which remains after the dividend has been paid to equity shareholders up to certain limit is distributed to preference shareholders. See, here preference shareholders are given some sort of right like equity shareholders. We have seen in the features of equity shares that they are entitled for the bonus and right issue. That means they are getting that extra benefit if company is earning surplus profit. Now, in case of participating preference shares, company is giving that right to some preference shareholders. While issuing preference shares, company will keep such condition that some shareholders will be given preference in participating extra profit, surplus profit of the company if company is making in that current financial year. So when company makes surplus profit, company divides its profit to the equity shareholders as dividend. Firstly company clears preference dividend. Then company will pay dividend to the equity shareholders. Then company has amount remained, excess amount they have with them of the profit. Then from that they will give some bonus or right issue to equity shareholders and some part they will keep for preference shareholders, but only participating preference shares. Here participating preference shares means the preference shares which have right to participate in the surplus or excess profit of the company. Next, another part is non-participating preference shares. The preference shares are deemed to non-participating if there is no clear provision in the Articles of Association. These shareholders are entitled to fixed rate of dividend prescribed at the time of issue. Normally, preference shareholders are getting fixed rate of dividend. I have already explained in the last year and previously that Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association are two important documents which are considered as primary documents and mentioning rules and regulations for the various procedures, various actions which are undertaken in the company. In case of issuing preference shares, if articles of associations are permitting that company can issue non-participating preference shares, company cannot issue non-participating preference shares, then only they can give such type of shares. Normally all preference shares are non-participating preference shares. In case of participating preference shares, there should be some special provisions in the articles. Otherwise, as usual, they are getting fixed rate of dividend prescribed at the time of the issue. Next, the third category is conversion. And in under conversion, the fifth and sixth type is convertible preference shares and non-convertible preference shares. Now, conversion in regards to what? I have told you that equity shareholders are the shares which are lying with the company till the company gets wind up. And preference shareholders have maturity of 10 years, say 15 years. And after 10 or 15 years, at the time of maturity, company gives a chance to preference shareholders whether they want to take their payment back or they want to remain in the company as shareholders. If they agree so, then company will tell them that they can remain as a shareholder in the company but not the holder of preference shares, but they have to change their ownership to equity shares. That means instead of preference shares, they are going to get equity shares, and instead of preference shareholders, in future they will be treated as equity shareholders. See what is the book. The holders of these shares have right to convert their preference shares into equity shares. The conversion takes place within a certain fixed period. That means at the maturity they are given such chance. All these conditions are fixed at the time of issue only. On this spot, no new conditions are companies applying new conditions. Next, the sixth one is non-convertible preference shares. Obviously, when convertible preference shares are converted, non-convertible preference shares are not convertible into equity shares. Seventh and eighth type is on the basis of redeemability. Redeemable preference shares, shares which can be redeemed after a certain fixed period of time, are called redeemable preference shares. A company limited by shares, if authorized by articles of association, issues redeemable preference shares. Such shares must be fully paid. These shares are redeemed out of divisible profit only out of fresh issue of shares made for this purpose. Generally, company issues redeemable preference shares only. They have certain period of maturity. After that maturity, all the preference shareholders are repaid. If their dividend is prepaid unpaid among certain years, then that is also paid along with this principal amount. एंड फिर प्रेफरेंस शेयरहोल्डर्स को बोला जाता है कि कंपनी के साथ उनका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट खत्म, नाउ दे कैन इन्वेस्ट इन एनी अदर कंपनी और इफ द सेम कंपनी विद अनदर सिक्योरिटीज. Shares which can be redeemed after certain fixed period are called redeemable preference shares. कंपनी लिमिटेड बाय शेयर्स इज अगर कंपनी लिमिटेड बाय शेयर्स है और उनके आर्टिकल से परमिशन दिया तो कंपनी रिडीमेबल प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स इशू करती है. सी वंस अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, मोस्टली ऑल द शेयर्स विच आर प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स विच आर इशूड बाय कंपनी आर रिडीमेबल प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स. एट्थ वन इज इररिडीमेबल प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स. Shares which are not redeemable, that is payable only at winding up of the company, are called irredeemable preference shares. Means which shares we know that company repays at the time of winding up of the company? Yes, equity shares. So the shares which are paid along with the equity shareholders are irredeemable preference shares. But as per section 55 subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013, a company cannot issue irredeemable preference shares. irredeemable preference shares company legally issue नहीं कर सकती. तो ये type we have to mention this type in the exam, but practically this is not applicable by companies. So we have seen 8 types of preference shares. Okay, first is cumulative preference shares, second is non-cumulative preference shares, third is participating preference shares, fourth is non-participating preference shares, fifth is convertible preference shares, sixth one is non-convertible preference shares, seventh is redeemable preference shares, and eighth one is irredeemable preference shares. See students, so far we have seen equity and preference shares, feature of both the shares, types of both the shares. This is a very easy topic. Here you can get 5 marks question regarding equity shares and its features, preference share and its features, or you will get distinguish between equity shares and preference shares, or you will get a 10 mark question on what is preference shares and what are the types of preference shares. 10 marks or 8 marks as per the your pattern tells us. Now the important thing of this chapter is retained earnings. This is the most important part of this chapter, which is important for short questions, short notes, even for any objective type question. Retained earnings. What do you mean by earnings? Earnings means जो कमाई होता है कंपनी का. So what is the कमाई? Profit. Exactly. Profit is the earning of company. Retained मतलब जो रखा जाता है, संभाल के रखा जाता है. सो कंपनी जो प्रॉफिट संभाल के रखती है उसको कहते हैं रिटेन अर्निंग्स. विल सी इन डिटेल. बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आर सब्जेक्ट टू वेरिएशन इन अर्निंग्स. मतलब क्या? कंपनी अर्न्स समटाइम प्रॉफिट, समटाइम इट सफर्स लॉस, समटाइम लेस अमाउंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट, समटाइम एम्पल अमाउंट of profit, whatever, depends upon the functioning of the company. It would be a wise decision to keep aside a part of earning during a period of high profit. Now, this is the duty of finance manager, that what he has to do when company earns good amount of profit, after making all the payments, he should take aside some part of that profit for the future benefit. This is known as wise decision. Okay. A prudent company does not distribute the entire profit earned among shareholders. A part of the profit is retained by a company in the form of reserve fund. Now we know in case of a financial partnership final account, we transfer the net profit of profit and loss account to the balance sheet and we write profit and loss. Okay. Now in case of joint stock company, that profit is treated as net profit and that is converted under the title reserves and surplus. So these retained earnings means that reserve surplus or the net profit which we write in the balance sheet liability side. These reserves are the retained earnings of the company. The sum total of retained earnings gets accumulated every year. हर साल बैलेंस शीट में वो बैलेंस एक्यूमुलेटेड हो जाता है, कैरी फॉरवर्ड हो जाता है. द बैलेंस इज कैरी फॉरवर्ड इन द एवरी ईयर at the liability side of the balance sheet. These accumulated profits are invested in the business rather than distributed as dividend. The process of accumulating corporate profits and their utilization in business is called retained earnings. Now, what is the definition of retained earnings? The process of accumulating corporate profits. Corporate profits को carry forward करना and the utilization in business is called retained earnings. So retained earnings is very important part of this chapter. I have to explain it more nicely. So today we have finished with types of preference shares and retained earnings, which means प्रॉफिट का जो पार्ट सब पेमेंट करने के बाद साइड में रखा जाता है. द पार्ट ऑफ प्रॉफिट, सर्टन पार्ट ऑफ प्रॉफिट इज केप्ट असाइड आफ्टर मेकिंग ड्यू पेमेंट्स which company has to pay yearly. After that, a good amount of profit is kept aside and that is used in the future as retained.